installation video of my DDM tuning 55 watt HID retrofit kit on a 2012 Ford Edge Sport. Comes in 4 separate pieces, 2 light bulbs including all the wire harnesses, and 2 ballast assemblies. The first order of business is to go ahead and get the stock OEM headlight alignment and where it appears on the garage door. I'm going to mark all the perimeter with tape. I want to make sure if I need to move the car between now and when I test the HID light pattern, I went ahead and marked both front tires with tape so that if I need to pull it back in, I'll be able to put it right back where it belongs. But I'm going to go ahead and start working on taping up the light pattern. Now that I have the low beam light pattern marked on the door, I'm going to go ahead and do the high beam to make sure I get that beam spread as well. I'm going to go ahead and mark the hot spots too, don't know if I'll need to, but just to make sure. Okay, I'm going to be doing the driver's side headlamp first. I went ahead, I have a cold air intake on here and I just wanted to make some room. You may want to go ahead and pop off part of the, if you don't have a cold air intake, you may want to go ahead and pop part of that box off. Very simple to remove, just so you have some room to get down in here. But this weatherproof cap, I'm going to turn it counterclockwise. Comes off very easily. Then the light bulb. The bulb comes out into the fixture like this, and then there's a right angle plug that comes out like that. You're going to turn that clockwise and the bulb will come out. And when it comes out, there's a couple of tabs here. You pull up on the tab and work the light bulb out of the socket. Before I start mounting the ballast and getting everything all plugged in and everything like that, I want to make sure that the actual light works itself. So what I'm going to do is take the bulb. This is the male, well, actually it's this one here. This is the female for the bulb that'll go into the fixture. This whole assembly will be going inside the fixture. I'm going to take that female, plug it in. Now there's 2 ways to do it. I don't know exactly which way, but the tabs, this connector has 2 tabs on it where this male plug can fit in either direction. So it's kind of hit or miss whether the polarity is correct. So I went ahead and go ahead and plug that in. Then take the ballast. There's 2 connectors. I'm going to take the connectors. There's only one way to do it because one's male on this one. So I'll be plugging it in that one till it snaps. And then this one here, plug in till it snaps. Then the last pigtail is a male connector, and that goes into the ballast. Only one way to put this one in. Plug that in. Okay. I'll bring the bulb up. Make sure it's not touching anything. And we'll see how it works. Okay, let's see how this works. Alright, obviously it does work, so I have it plugged in the right direction. If it didn't, all I would do is flip that connector that goes into the, all I would do would be to flip this main connector that goes into the OEM plug. I would just flip this whole assembly around and put it back in. Okay, first start by removing the waterproof cap, just turning it, quarter turn, and then it comes out. Then remove the bulb. The 90-degree part is this way, lamp comes out this way, 90 degree is that way. So just rotate it counterclockwise and it will pop out. Okay, remove it by pulling back on the gray clip enough to get it above the little nub that's on it. Pull it out. There you go. So the bulb is out, and what I've done is the ballast. Let's see if I can find it. There you go. The ballast that I'm mounting is going. I'm putting it right in the same spot as the OEM ballast went, using a just some plumber's strap, metal strap. This will give you an idea of where that housing is, or where the factory mounted HID ballast goes. All I'm doing is using the strap diagonally from one corner to the other corner. Tighten it all up, and you've got a nice sturdy place for your ballast. Now I need to make a hole in the back of the watertight cover in order for when this is inside the fixture, I need to be able to feed this little grommet through so it gives a waterproof connection for these wire leads to come back out of it. And what I'll do, I'm using a 7/8 inch, like a wood spade bit, nothing fancy. Don't put it on high speed, just keep it on low. Don't press real hard, just rock it around. When you have your hole, what you'll do is you'll go ahead and plug all the wires into the light fixture. Then you'll bring the cables through the back side. All the way through, feed each one in, bring it through. You'll have the small one to pull in through it. Just bring it through, kind of pull up on one end until you get it started, and then just work your way around until it's completely through and sealed. And you have a good tight fit. Then you'll just feed everything back in there, give it a turn. You have a tight fit, and then you connect all your connections. One thing that I had mentioned, or I showed you when doing this, is I showed it to you when I was on the ground, but actually what you'll have to do is you'll have to wait to put the grommet through here until the light bulb and the socket are in place inside the fixture. And then what you'll do is you'll just, again, take the plastic cover, feed everything through, and feed everything through so that it all pops into place and the grommet's setting correctly. If you do it beforehand, you can't get in between that and the light housing. It's just too tight. So you'll have to put that housing on, this cover on afterwards. Real easy, but just a heads up. When you're finished putting all the, getting all the connections together, you're going to want to wire tie everything up real tight. Make sure that everything's good and tight and not rubbing up against anything. And then you're finished. Okay, I turned on the light, or at least turned the switch on, and the light did not work. Now the reason for that is because the wire coming out of the headlight, the existing socket that used to plug into the old light, is in the wrong way. So you flip it 180 degrees and install it back in. This particular socket on this HID kit has 2 tabs, so you can put it in either way, and if you have it in wrong, it won't light. It's not going to hurt anything, but if it doesn't light, just as I said, just flip it 180 degrees and then reinsert it and then turn it on and it'll work. Okay, time for the big test. I didn't have to do any trimming on either the housing or the actual light bulb, HID kit light bulbs. No trimming whatsoever. They did fit. You just have to kind of finagle it a little bit, push 2 tabs in and wiggle it around until that 3rd tab pops in. As you can see, I haven't had to adjust any of the light beams or the headlights. They're exactly perfect, the same way as the OEM ones are. I'll try the high brights. And as you can see, bright spots are pretty much right on the money. The one on the left actually is a little better than I thought, because it's to the right of the bright spot of the OEM, so it's not going to be going into the oncoming traffic. But it looks really good. When it's nighttime, I'll take it out and take a little video as I drive and show it to you then. That's what the lights look like when they're on. They're very bright. Maybe just a little too bright. Maybe the 35s would have been the way to go, but we'll see how it goes, see how many flashes I get from people thinking that I've got my brights on, but they're cut off really low, so I think we're going to be okay. A good look at it. The street lights, or the street signs, really pop with these lights. It's incredible, but you can notice the cutoff. It's really cut down low, so we're not getting a whole lot of people flashing lights saying that I've got my brights on, so I think we're in good shape. Here's what it looks like, and then with the high brights, boy, it really cuts it off crisp, very crisp. Okay, this is what it looks like with the new lights in, very bright white. Light pattern is really nice. Keeps it cut down low. Got the HIDs installed. As you can see, they're pretty darn white. their 6000K, and really puts out a great pattern. Perfectly matches the pattern of the halogens that I had in it. Very nice. Very pleased. Not bad for $50.